They fought meteor showers. They withstood frigid temperatures. They stood unmoving under waterfalls. They freed innocent people from their vices and from their prison cells. I don't really think I can tell you much about the vices of humans, other than the fact that they were definitely stuck in them. I wasn't trying to upset you. Did I upset you? I feel like I might have upset you. Don't you think that it's a little late for games? I don't try to be a pain in the keister. It just kind of happens. Did you want me to tell you a story about what happened when radars failed? I'll tell you what happened then. There was once a gorilla who was very smart. Her name was Gothra. Gothra was so smart that all of the scientists wanted to use her for a subject in their experiments. Eventually, Gothra got tired of being experimented on, so Gothra ran away from the research facility. I don't think it's a funny game that we play when people leave and others mourn their departure. Gothra's departure weighed heavy on the hearts and minds of the researchers. But she was sick of it. Gothra was sick of being their test subject. She wanted to return to the jungle. So she did. She did escape to the jungle, met another gorilla, and had children. But they found her. The researchers found her. But she had found a dark shrine where she was running when she was running away from them. And in that shrine was a pedestal, and on that pedestal were ruins. I can decipher them if you want. They said that a great evil slept there, and that if anyone wanted to release it, all they would have to do is push the button. Gothra, of course, was not able to read the directions. She hit the button in an attempt to open an extra way out. That way, she wouldn't have been captured by the researchers. The evil was released. It was released, and it plagued space and time, like Pandora's box. Like Pandora's box, the evil was released, and it plagued space and time. I hope you know what to do with the terrible things that were unveiled in this story. Because of Gothra, an innocent gorilla, this evil was free to take over Emerald and also to create a way to split Mercury into 4 pieces and to make a ray gun that would sit inside of it and shoot and destroy the planet. Reset to more current moment. The heroes were ready. They had trained sufficiently by enduring all kinds of forms of hardship. Yes, the hardship was crazy scary for them, and it was crazy difficult for them. They flew towards Mercury in their spaceship. They repaired it when it broke. This time, they successfully defeated all 4 generals. Did they have any recollection of their former failure? No, it was an alternate reality, a reality before it had broken, a parallel world, a different dimension? Truth be told, there was no other way to do things. Reality had to be broken in order for the story to progress smoothly. There was no missed death this time. They defeated Martin again, but then a dark force came and inhabited Martin. He called himself Mr. Deadman. Ha 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 ha. Lasers flew, blades flew, chains flew, magic flew. Mr. Deadman tore them up. They tore Mr. Deadman up. He howled. He became a powerful death beast. Doom is spelled for all that exists, he said. They were forced to fight a dark energy. They were forced to fight a dark legion that was summoned from dark places. Energy balls flew. Mr. Deadman said, "Boom!" Psst. Reality was trying to crack. "Your revenge is over there." Kenneth handed Acid Witch a white sword. They put their powers into her, and she swung with all her might. Spectacular, rainbow, finish! Boom, 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 boom! The bridge alignment snapped. The quadrants came back together. Mercury was itself again. Up in space, though, its face was the face of evil. No host did it require. The evil from the jungle. Forbidden. This isn't a game anymore, so I myself will assist you heroes. I am acceptable. I went to do battle with this thing called Forbidden. The heroes joined me. We combined our strength and fired it at Forbidden. Forbidden fired back. A pushing war. We pushed with all our might so that we could seal Forbidden back into its jungle hideaway. Charles and Tigerman joined us and fired as well. The cheers could almost be heard from Earth, cheering us on to defeat this aberration. You are a game to me. I will hide myself in a child somewhere on this planet. No, you won't. Acceptable. Shut up, said Forbidden. Forbidden disappeared. You can imagine it was quite a handful, searching the earth for the child who was Forbidden's host. Then we found him. He was in the clutches of Dusk. False priest. Unhand Forbidden. He'll end everything. Let me think. No, said False Priest. I'll melt your brains out, shouted Acid Witch. No, Acid Witch, not when this child is so loyal to me, replied False Priest. It was time to end this ludicrousy. I left the story. Acid Witch threw acid, but the boy host stood in her way. His eyes glowed purple. I am forbidden, he said after he deflected the acid. He was smiling. It looks like acceptable checked out. Works for me. Acid Witch felt her body being pulled like the doll of a marionette. She was lifted off the ground, following Forbidden's outstretched palm. Well done, Forbidden. You're already so strong in spite of being so young, said False Priest. Acid Witch, shouted Kenneth. He weaved his hands to form a sign in the air, but found himself zapped with protective counter-magic. Forbidden charged up and gut-punched Kenneth. Kenneth coughed and staggered backwards. What's the point if you're so weak that you shouldn't even try? Said Forbidden with a smirk. A blue explosive detonated on Forbidden's head, and Blue Star dashed up and swung his sword at him. Forbidden caught Blue Star's blade. Forbidden was completely unharmed. What are you? Asked Blue Star, dumbfounded. A vicious uppercut sends Blue Star flying into the ceiling, where he slammed, and then fell back to the ground with a thud. There was no more time for games. This threat had to be eliminated at all cost, or Dusk would gain too much ground. Then they entered, a mysterious being with a scarf hiding their face and holding a crystal ball. I am Bojander. I have the words to seal Forbidden away again. No, shouted Forbidden. Anrakish Astulatha Martin Kla. The crystal ball glowed and Forbidden roared, and the child was a normal child before long. Meddlesome scarf man, said False Priest. That's Bojander to you, said Bojander. I leave the rest of this to you. Having sealed Forbidden away again, Bojander disappeared. It's a terrible thing when things take too long, when we are forced to toil on them, but in the end we don't even know if they will end up amounting to anything. With her friends incapacitated, Acid Witch fought False Priest alone. He liked to warp a lot. He mainly relied on energy balls and punches. Acid Witch finished him with a sea of acid. It melted away his flesh and his bones. He had fallen and had not had time to recover. This had given Acid Witch the time she had needed. False Priest was dead and Dusk was defeated. Acid Witch became a hero above all heroes in the city of Temperance. With Dusk gone, Emerald's father was able to restore Piffler's name. The mayor took his seat again as autocrat. The day was saved and all was well until the next reality crack.